In this video, we'll go through how to get first 100 orders on Shopify store. Let's get started. This is for one of the brands which started off with us. We achieved almost in 12 to 15 days from 0 to 100 orders for this brand. We'll go through everything, we'll answer all these questions in terms of what products to advertise, how many creatives to create, how many videos, what should be the creative strategy, what are the number of campaigns, should I run an offer or not, what products to advertise, everything we'll cover in this video. Let's get started. But a couple of products. First of all, what are the products to cover? Before we start with it, let's get started in terms of products. Number one, what products to advertise is always we use the LEHU framework, least education and high uniqueness. That's the framework we always follow whenever we want to advertise for a new brand where we don't have any data. The product should be quite intuitive, people should be aware of it, and it should be highly unique in terms of I can show a particular feature or a benefit that no other product in the market is offering. That is a criteria for selecting a product. Least education can be, instead of choosing a serum, I would choose a face wash, because face wash people are more aware than a serum. So like that, and also couple it with, it should have a high uniqueness in terms of the product proposition itself. Number two, start with two products. Whenever you are starting with any brand, start with two products whenever you want to start with. Number two, budget. Budget, our formula is always minimum for each product 1x the AOV minimum budget should be there. We are saying AOV and not the cap, please note. This does not follow any standard 50 conversions advice which Meta says, but at least we have seen that initially brands are not willing to spend high amount because they are skeptic in terms of whether the performance will be there or not, and it's mostly bootstrap brands in such a small scale. So people are worried and hence they want to start small. So this is what the formula is. Otherwise this 50 conversions advice recommended by Meta is not achieved in this, however. Number three, let's get started with creators. We have 4 recommendations. Go as wide as possible in the creators. Don't double down on what works. This is a clear strategy we follow. Don't double down initially on what works. To find out all the campaigns and all the creatives which are there, which can actually try to find out as many ad angles that can work. You're not doubling down, you're going wide instead of going deep. You'll go deep later because you want to find value propositions which actually converts the audience and convinces the customer. You're trying to find multiple value propositions instead of just one value proposition, so that you are mitigating the risk of your failure. Number two, go look at the content from content creators, ads from outside industry, and talk to non-purchase. Instead of looking at content from ads library and competitors, go look at content from these three. You will have enough creative ideas which is distinct and different from others in the category who are just marketing a Me Too product. Though you might be marketing a Me Too product, don't make your marketing also Me Too by copying what competitors are doing. At least have innovation there, have creativity there, and look at content from content creators, ads from outside industry, and talk to non-purchasers to find out creative ideas about customers that can actually get you to create ad angles which is not being achieved by other brands. Number three, maintain consistency in communication. This is often missed by brands. But if you are saying something about a particular product or a SKU, then try to communicate that aspect only in different ways. Like if you are saying particularly say natural ingredient in this face wash or in this product category of skincare, then try to communicate that this is naturally in different ways. One side you can say natural ingredients, second side you can say it has no harmful ingredients, third side you can say it is verified naturally by any third party. So all three are talking about natural only, but still it's communicated in a consistent manner so that the proposition is very well hit to the consumers, and it's not that within one video or one ad you land into consumers' mind within an instant. People see hundreds of ads every day. So you'll have to communicate the proposition consistently in communication with every ad. Last one, biggest market is always with people who have no education but have money to buy. We have always seen biggest market is people with money but no education about the product. People, for example, men, they might not know very much about serum, but there are hundreds of thousands of lakhs of men who have money to buy that serum. And then if you can educate them about the benefit, they're happy to buy the product. And that's the biggest market. Though we would not recommend any brand who is going from 0 to 100 orders per day to go with that market. It's more of an advanced strategy, because for this market from 0 to 100 orders, you're just capturing the pie from others and not actually building or growing the pie. That should be the criteria. Don't try to build or grow the pie, because it will require a lot of capital, which is mostly not available for bootstrap brands. Number four, how do we test creators for 0 to 100 orders per day? Follow this. Test each of the creative in minimum 2 ad sets, and one of them must be broad. It's minimum, it's not maximum 2 ad sets, it's minimum. One of them you can keep it broad, so that we know that how this creative performs on a very open audience. Does it find its own audience automatically? Then, if a creative is not spending, at least in the initial journeys of 0 to 100 orders per day, even if the creative is not spending, we isolate that creative and try to make it try to spend it. We want to have that learning, because otherwise people say that if it's not spending, it's good that because Meta has figured out that this is not a creative which will get conversions for you. No, we don't want to do that. We actually want to spend it. So isolate the creative into a separate ad set with one ad set and just one creative, and try to define the learning, because you are looking at what are the value propositions that actually work. And by spending, you will know that this value proposition works or not works, or this is limited, this is small scale or large scale. And always retest your losers at least 2 or 3 weeks later. This first week, you launched a couple of creators and a couple of them were losers. Try to retest them by week 4 or week 5 again, and see what happens. It's always good kind of learning. Now, what kind of offers to run initially? My advice is refrain from running any discount offers. Try to sell the product at the full price. At least in the initial stage, you should be attracting customers who are willing to purchase your product at full price, because otherwise you'll attract a set of customers who are not your ideal customers, but they are purchased just because of the discount. And if you ask for feedback from them, they are not really good at feedback. But people who have purchased for full price have mostly better feedback and more value adding to the brand itself in terms of any review they gave or testimonial. And if you want to run offers only, then go for a second order discount offer or a free product offer. Instead of discounting the existing product, add a free product with it, so that the existing product does not appear to be very much discounted or something like that. But my recommendation is overall, don't run an offer at all in the initial stage. Targeting. What should be the targeting? One broad is minimum, whatever the targeting might be. Then target both direct and indirect interests. So direct interest would be, for example, if I'm into skincare, I'll target skincare or cream, face wash. Indirect interest would be, I can target people who are traveling, who would need skincare, or people who have marriage or parties or anything related to who would need skincare. So those are indirect interests. So target both of them. Test at least 5 to 6 different concepts in each targeting or in each ad set before you conclude that this audience is not working. We at least test 2 to 3 winner creators. So from the other winner creators, we push it into a new ad set with new targeting and see if this new winner creative also fails. If winner creative is failing, then you can say that, okay, audience is not working. But even in winner creators, we test at least 2 winner creators. Number 5. How to structure the campaign? We follow the very simple methodology of KISS, which is keep it super simple. Each product gets one campaign. Each campaign has 3 to 5 ad sets, and each ad set has 3 to 5 ads. That's it. No, nothing complicated. Everything is very clear. We are testing all campaigns, and all campaigns are testing. All we are doing right now is testing the creators. We don't have any scaling mechanisms yet. We don't have anything else. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this was helpful.